Okay, let me see if I get this straight. If you mess up your fourth down, then you give the ball to the other team?
Right, it's called turnover.
And if you clear the 10 yards, then you're back at first down?
First down, that's right.
Man, it's confusing.
Hey, you just gotta play it a couple times. It all makes sense.
The university in The Last of Us is my favorite level. Not only because it has fantastically written and performed cutscenes with palm sweat-inducing gameplay, the university is my favorite level because it takes place during fall. Fall is my favorite season for numerous reasons. A few of those reasons would be the pretty leaves, the chilly air, and Halloween. I consider it the coziest season, because it's not too hot, it's not too cold. I also love jackets, not the super huge winter jackets, like cool jackets like Joel's.
Ooh, it's getting chilly.
It's that time of year.
This level is a love letter to autumn, to fall, whatever you want to call it. My favorite season and one of my favorite games. It's also fall as I write this. Fall. I'm going to say fall probably 74 more times, so get ready.
Fall.
I captured footage of the university level across each version of The Last of Us, just to see how they compare. Tell me which one you think's the prettiest.
That's a giant ram. You guys were like some idol worshippers.
When it came to sports, hell yeah.
Football and fall are intrinsically tied for me, and I mean, it's also football season, so wouldn't you know it, football's brought up in this level. Fall, dude, fall. The university in the original 2013 Last of Us has imperfections. Textures are rigid, animations look rough at times, the visuals have a lot of bloom and smudgy, but it fits, and it's still immensely gorgeous. In spite of the visuals not looking as photoreal as later releases, just look here how the sun illuminates this beautiful world in its 720p HD gorgeousness. I have a mixture of nostalgia towards this because it's the version that I fell in love with, but I appreciate the original design, and I gotta say, the original UI, like, it just tickles my brain. Maybe it's the nostalgia. Like, it looks very gamey, and it looks 7th gen with green health bars and less clean HUD. It's certainly, it's less cinematic, but it feels more unashamed to be a game. It's grimy, it's worn down, the HUD kind of reflects the visuals and tone of the game. It's not afraid to inject color and be obvious to the viewer, unlike the HUD in the later Naughty Dog games, in Part 2 and the remake of Part 1, where the HUD is less obvious and invasive to maybe not ruin the immersion. But I do like the original UI, it's the one that I fell in love with. This is footage from the PS4 remaster running on the PS5. There's a lot of green and it's very vibrant. The cool Colorado mountains don't look the best in the background, but they're painterly. The dorms make me feel very nostalgic as well, reminds me of college. I love the wind, the trees, the leaves, it's all just gorgeous, and Joel's drip is immaculate. The facial animations, talking, and emoting are sometimes out of sync or not present at all. So the PS3 and the PS4 remaster, pretty similar. A higher frame rate, sometimes better lighting and things like that, but pretty freaking similar. I also love the old hit markers. The old hit markers for the PS3 and PS4 remaster. They're really satisfying, less cinematic of course, but I have a nostalgic love for them. And the remake for Part 1, this lighting, this level of detail is absolutely jaw-dropping. They added so much to it that was not necessary at all, but they did it. The amount of effort and care that went into each location is just mesmerizing. I could look at it for hours, and I did for this video. So much added detail in every single room, every location. Something that came up to me during my trip down memory lane, I kept thinking about photorealism in gaming. And I just recently played Death Stranding 2, and I'm currently playing MGS Delta. These games are visually stunning. And so many games are as photoreal as possible. And I'm thinking, this level of visuals are a detriment to the gaming industry. It seems like so many companies are caught up in trying to make their games look and behave as real as possible with muscles, skeletons, sweat, hair, reflections, and these visual emotion or these facial emotions that games take years to finish. They push this graphical and visual tech to its absolute limit, but what's the end goal? To make a playable live action movie? to mimic reality so close that we can't tell the difference. We already have cameras. We don't really need to mimic reality. We can capture it in almost perfectly. I love realistic looking games, but not because they look real, because I enjoy playing them. Like, them looking real is cool, and sometimes it can blow you away, but it kind of wears off after a while. Like, when I was playing Death Stranding 2, I kind of got over it, I was like, wow, this looks amazing, and the lighting's amazing, but is the game fun to play? That's really all that matters at the end of the day, because it's a video game. It's an interactive medium. The visuals matter, but not as much as how much fun the game is. Although it can make you feel the character's emotion more because they look real, and I guess it's a bit easier for us to not suspend disbelief. But in 2013, when I first saw Joel and Ellie, they looked less realistic back then. They looked more cartoonish. They had to work within the constraints that they had back then. But I still felt so much emotion, even though they looked like these uncanny valley, cartoonish 2013 video game characters. It's like chasing the dragon of photorealism's kind of frivolous in the gaming medium. Sometimes I think that. Like, it's nice to look at and you can convey more information, but it's like, just make it live action if you want to do realism, kind of like they did with the Alan Wake and Control games. I don't know. Long story short, I love this level. And I love fall. Cool. Thanks for watching. Bye.